I was looking at Facebook today, which is a horrible waste of time, but I do it. And it was showing me some things that I had posted a year ago. Yeah, a year ago. I'm fixing to take a little trip for spring break, and it was a year ago at spring break when the whole world came crashing down for us, at least here in Ada. It was a weird time, and I started at that time posting little videos. I was thinking about maybe I need to go back in a time machine and tell past Ben some things he's learned in the last year, but that's not an option. What I do want to do today is look back and look forward at what a year this has been and what we're looking ahead to. I'm really optimistic, maybe too much so, but I'm really optimistic that things are starting to get better out there. I see people out in public more, able to do things with a relative amount of safety. When you think about safety, there's two principles you can choose to live by. One is possibility and one is probability. If you want to live your life based on possibility, you will take choices to make sure that harm and ill events never come to you, that they're impossible. Okay? Catch is, in life, it's very difficult to live in a world where danger is impossible. But we can live in a world where it's improbable. And I think over the last year, we've tried, each of us in our own ways, and not even agreeing on how to do it. We've all made little steps, and sometimes big steps, to reduce the probability of danger from COVID-19. Whether it was wearing a mask, social distancing, going out less, going out not at all. These are the choices we made through the year, and sometimes we take a step forward and sometimes a step back, just trying to pace ourselves with the circumstances God has handed us and say, what are we going to do with it? Today, you're making those same decisions, because we always are. And this is just my candid message to you. We've been very careful here at Central, never, at least we've attempted never, to apply overt pressure on anybody. Hey, you need to get back in this building. Listen, if you aren't comfortable yet being here, you're not going to be able to worship God very well. And we know that. We don't want you to feel like you're put in harm's way. And so if you are at home and you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube or whatever, if you're still not comfortable in a church environment, in a grocery store, in a school, then listen, that's entirely up to you. And I'm not about to try to tell you how to make that decision any more than the principles I just suggested. That's all I have to say about it. But this I will say. If you're out in public, if you're going back to work already, if you're going back to school, if you're going to events with other people, whether it's wearing a mask or social distance or whatever, if you're doing those things, if you're going out to eat, but you're not coming to church because you feel like that might not be safe, then I want to suggest to you very honestly and politely that maybe you're not really being fair with what you're wanting to do. That this isn't about safety anymore, it's about convenience. So all I'm asking is that you take a serious look as we start to re-enter society, as we start to reintegrate into public life again, and that you ask yourself, what's it going to take for me to decide, that church thing, that matters, and I think it's safe enough for me to go back. It may not be yet for you, but if you've already made that decisions in other parts of your life, at least take some time to think about what's the criteria, what's the threshold that's going to say to you, okay, it's time to go back. Maybe it's getting vaccinated. Maybe it's some percentage of the population getting vaccinated. Maybe there's a number you're looking for in the daily COVID counts in Pontotoc County. I don't know. But whatever it is, give it some thought and start imagining the day that you can come back. Me, I'm hoping that by the time we get to Easter, 27 days from now, that we're really close, that we are way better than we are now. And I feel like every day and every week it gets better. But whatever it is, I look forward to seeing you when you're ready to make that decision. And I hope you're ready to make it.